Welcome back, everyone. So now that we've learned in the last video about where you can be looking for scholarships, let's look into it a little bit more on how you should get organized when it comes to your scholarships. This is one of the biggest things, one of the biggest lessons that I learned from my time applying for scholarships. And I have to say, saving time actually really works, and it makes everything a lot smoother. So saving time is a huge theme throughout this whole thing. First off, is you want to prepare. Consolidate all of your scholarships and all of your details into one spreadsheet that you're able to reference. Organize them by the title of the scholarship, a little description about them, and the date they're due, and the dollar amount. And then, based on the date they're due and how much work you think they're going to be, prioritize. Start with the largest ones and the most pressing ones first, and then get into them as you see fit. Next is to make a little bit of a resume about yourself and all of the different things. I found that this was one of the biggest things that I did. For example, I had a Google document that I had all of my information in, including all of the very obscure information that you would never think of having, of your school's address, your counselor's name, your counselor's phone number, your principal's name and phone number, a bunch of just really obscure things that you might forget about doing, as well as all of the different things about yourself, like your GPA, your weighted GPA, the different aspects, different sections of your ACT score that you got, all of your involvement, your awards, a bunch of stuff that you may or may not forget about, that you can reference them all and copy and paste them very quickly. It makes scholarships go a lot faster, and I would definitely recommend doing that. But most importantly is to save all of your essays and your applications, because you will be able to use those words and apply them to a bunch of other scholarships. I saved every single essay that I had, and I learned that I could apply lots of those same essays to a bunch of different areas and a bunch of different scholarships, and it helped me save a ton of time. So a little bit more information about the resume that I was talking about. Again, these are just a few areas that I would recommend making a little field for, so you can copy and paste. Again, your high school information, your GPA, contact info, class rank, things like that. Your involvement, the clubs you were in, the sports, your community involvement, awards, positions, things like that. The jobs that you did, so this is very basic, like your resume. What jobs have you done, if you've done any? A description of what you did. Make people look at how you can stand out, being that you work through school while you're going to school and all of that. And then another place that I didn't mention was common questions. I found that many scholarships ask pretty much the same question, sometimes in different ways, but every scholarship pretty much asks them. For example, summarize your community involvement, summarize your academic achievements, tell me about yourself, what's your career goals, things like that. And those like 200 to 300 word essays that you've written 1,000 times just become kind of tedious, and they're a lot easier to just do if you can copy and paste and kind of tweak them rather than having to write a new one every single time. So those are the different areas that I would recommend putting in this, your general info or your resume that I call it. So I would highly recommend making one of those. If you would like to get started, if you head to my website, you can see it right here. It's nathaniel.thorson/scholarships. And you can download a PDF with all of the general information for a bunch of different fields that I would recommend. So you can download this PDF, you can automatically edit it on there, and I've put in a bunch of fields already there for you with some common questions that I would recommend answering, and it will just make your life a lot easier. So head to my website. It's called nathanielthorson.com/scholarships. And you can get this document, you can download it for free, and you can get started doing this very easily. Also, you'll see a pop-up banner on there if you go to this website, and you can enter in your email, and I'm going to be doing a email list to send out a bunch of scholarship information with monthly updates. So if you'd like to get involved with that, add in your email and I'll send you a personal email every single month, and I'll tell you about different updates happening with scholarships. So now that we've learned about how to get organized, let's get into exactly what matters. But I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and we'll see you guys in the next video.